So, this is my home theater setup that I used with DJ speakers, and I have to say it is phenomenal. Sound quality, clarity, everything is amazing with Atmos. I have no complaints. I'm really glad that I went the route that I did. Those of you who are looking to do a home theater on a budget, you could even go even cheaper than what I went with if you're willing to take your time and find used DJ speakers. In my situation, I have a combination of used and new, and for a reason I'll explain a little bit. I got this TV. It's an 86-inch LG TV, refurbished 4K TV. I got it for like $1,300 on sale. It's phenomenal TV. And opposite that is my TV monitor, my a computer monitor, which is also a TV that I bought. That one was like $600 used as a 55-inch OLED TV. And of course, with a computer, I can mirror it and use this 86-inch as an extra landscape if I need it. But I really don't, and since they're opposite each other, it's kind of awkward to use it. But I have in the past just for the fun of it to play around with it. Obviously, everything, the center, the brain, everything is this Tone Winner 8300. Very cheap, not overkill, even though there's some overkill features on it that I will never use or never understand. Really simple plug and play device. 16 channels hooked up very nicely to it, very easy. I didn't have to buy any extra dongles, anything extra to plug into it to use all the channels. I am running 7.1.6 setup. I am using the QSC CP series of speakers. I originally wanted to buy, obviously, used speakers. You could get them cheap from people selling online for like a pair for $300 a pair, which would have significantly lowered the price. But after going to Guitar Center, I realized that not all speakers sound the same. And as far as, since this is going to be a home theater primarily, clarity was important when you're listening to audio for vocals, for people doing dialogue. And the CP series just seemed to work well for me. So I got the 7 CP12s for my center, fronts, and surround, brand new. But I got my subwoofers, which I have 4 18-inch subwoofers all the way around, used. And that's where I saved some money because I got them for more than half what I would pay for it new. And they work phenomenal. I think I probably spent $1,300 total for all 4 subwoofers, and or $3,500 for the surround speakers, the CP12s. I originally had Galaxy Nano hotspot speakers up here as my Atmos, but they were significantly underpowered when using the CP12s. So I went ahead and I bought 6 of the CP8 speakers to avoid clipping, because I'm also using this system for like listening to music. And let me say, this stuff is phenomenal. I have no regrets in getting this system. But if you are on a much tighter budget than I am, by all means, go ahead and get the used speakers. I still wish that I could have gotten them used, but I was on a time restraint, and I didn't. And I love the clarity of these, so I went with them. Watching movies is very submersive. With audio wise, of course, the TV works great for that. With Atmos, I don't know if it's a Tone Winner or if it's for every Atmos system, but I had to turn the gains up on these all the way up on the back of the speakers. I chose DJ speakers as well. Let me speak about this first. So I had to turn the gains up on all these, the Atmos speakers, but on the regular speakers, the 12s, I have the gains at quarter the amount that I could put, just so I could hear the Atmos effects more, better. And of course, I make the adjustments digitally using the remote when I'm watching movies. I also use the remote digitally to adjust the sound when I'm listening to music, because then those get really loud. So I have to adjust it accordingly to get the sound that I want, and it works great for me. Um, Music is clear. I'm hearing things that I didn't hear before in music that I've listened to for years. So I'm happy with that aspect of it. Um, the What else? Oh, I used curtains, moving curtain blankets all the way around, just to deaden the echo and stuff in here. Because I this is a row house and I have neighbors on the other. I will eventually have neighbors on the other side of this wall because they're renovating the house. So that will help with reducing sound traveling to some extent. Because when you have echoes bouncing off now, like it's for some how it amplifies it and sends the signal even stronger through the walls. I still hear trucks pull up and things like that, which is fine by me because I want to hear when my packages arrive. But as far as the immersive sound, everything is great. Turn the lights off, everything. You can really get lost in the system. If you have any questions, ask it in the comment section down below. Why I also went with DJ speakers is because each one of them come with amplifiers built in that's specific to their drivers. So I don't have to get amps where you have to match the impedance and all that stuff to get good quality sound. These already come tuned for that. Also, it was much cheaper to go this route, even when buying these new speakers, because those cost about, with the mount, about $3,500, because like $109 for the yoke and $420 for the speaker. This speaker, the CP12 down here, was $520. So even with buying brand new speakers, if I were to buy like a Marantz processor or Marantz amplifier, one of those amplifiers, there's some. I would just on the amplifiers alone to run all of this would have been close to 10 grand by itself. But because the speakers came with amplifiers, and in a room that's 12 feet by 14 feet by 9 foot tall ceilings, this is way overkill. I would never push these to anywhere near the limit of sound for me to enjoy it in this space. So having the built-in speaker amplifiers saved me thousands of dollars. This can easily, if I could have easily been a $20,000 or $30,000 system if I had go the traditional route. And granted, speakers, home theater speakers, are just we did like $300-$400 a piece. So so I'm still saving money buying this with a built-in subwoofer, with a built-in amplifiers, significant amount of money. So in that regard, if you all have any questions, comments, ask in the comment section down below. Any suggestions, throw it in there to see how I can improve this. I redid the floor as well. In hindsight, I would have put some deadening stuff in there as well, but I didn't. But overall, the immersive feeling I got from this system is phenomenal. I only spent close to maybe 7,000, maybe 8,000 total on this whole system. Had I gone with amplifiers, like traditional amplifiers and stuff like that, that would have been an additional 10 grand to push all these speakers, because you're talking 13 speakers, QSC speakers, and 4 subwoofers. So you're talking about 17 speakers in the space that I'm running, and each one of them have their own amplifiers built in. Can you imagine getting amplifiers? Even though the Tone Winner has an amplifier, and that was crazy expensive, just for one, to do like 6 channels. So again, if you have any questions, ask it in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe. Any suggestions you may have, let me know. I love running the computer Bluetooth off this, so I can send my music to this and use this with significant sound quality. It's amazing listening to music in here. It's relaxing. It's nothing harsh. QSC, my shout out to them for building this um, entry level speaker with such clarity in it. There's some bells and whistles in it that I will never use. But if I wanted to take one of these speakers, unplug it, take it downstairs, and hook up my phone to it, I can plug my phone into the back of it and listen to music off one speaker, or take it somewhere, listen to music, bring it back, and put it back in place. Again, hopefully this video helps. You can use DJ speakers. I personally prefer using something with clarity if you're going to do it for movies. If sound isn't really a big aspect to you, and you really on a tight budget, you can get used speakers and they'll sound phenomenal. Probably not like this, but it will sound phenomenal. I won't do a sound thing because this is going to be on YouTube. Sound don't really transit like that. It'll be useless. Let's take my word for it. This thing is phenomenal. Shout out to the Summit Hi-Fi where I got the 8300. Customer service is insanely good. Guy Amir contacted me to help me set it up almost in the middle of the night when I was having issues setting, not understanding all the new technology. So great customer service, great rapport there. When he has the new ones, I'll get different ones later on if they ever go any higher than this. I really only do home theater systems upgrades once maybe every 7 or 8 years. This year seems to be the year where I'm doing all my upgrades, and hopefully it'll last another 7-8 years. You all have a good day.